Tonight, we're getting an inside look at how cannabis products are tested here in San Diego. Whether they contain hemp, CBD, or THC, Infinite Chemical Analysis Labs makes sure they are safe before they hit store shelves. News 8's Amanda Shotsky toured the Miramar facility today.
In an industry that's still very unregulated, lots of safety testing for potency must be done. That's what's happening right here in the wet lab.
New products are coming out every day, and we're always rolling with the punches.
In the growing business of cannabis, the rules can be a little hazy.
Since cannabis is federally illegal, there's no FDA to oversee any or mandate any testing.
That's where Miramar-based Infinite Chemical Analysis Labs come in to establish some clarity.
We make sure any cannabis-related products are safe to consume, and that's, at the end of the day, that's what we stand by.
The lab is busy with chemists and biologists working 17 hours at a time with the slew of products that come in every day. Each one is broken down and tested, some for potency, others for pesticides, metals, or inaccuracies in labeling, making sure manufacturers are not cutting corners.
Some of the brands were right on, some of the brands didn't have any CBD in it whatsoever.
Earlier this year, the company started testing vape products and discovered something strange, identified as vitamin E acetate, the same substance that the CDC has now determined could be the cause of the more than 2,000 cases of lung illness across the country.
We didn't know what that meant at the time because it was just vitamin E acetate. We didn't know it was actually harmful to anybody.
In the last year, the lab has expanded from just 5 employees to 45, an effort to keep up with the high demand.
It's, figuring out where this industry is going and leading it in the right direction.
As the industry continues to grow, so does the business here. This company is actually moving to a much bigger space at the beginning of next year. Back to you guys.
All right, Amanda, thanks.